Alright guys, what's going on? This is a bit of an update on the car. I haven't made a video in a while. I've just been busy, and whenever I get a chance to work on it, I just want to work on it, or I don't have the battery for the camera charged or something like that. So we haven't been filming too much of it, unfortunately. But here's a bit of an update. So the motor and gearbox are now held in 100% on their own. Get in here, made a custom subframe, custom Shacklebush engine mounts on both sides. The steering rack and all that's not mounted yet. I'm just waiting for my steel order to come in so I can start on those. Same thing on that side. In the back, so bolts up, use the factory rear mount. And I've just adapted that to go to the factory mounting points on this car. It looks like I will be able to actually use the factory tunnel, but I've just modified a little bit instead of making a completely new one now. So that was a big reason of making my own subframe as well. I just wanted to get the motor as far back into the bay as possible and down low as well. So that's that. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to have to notch out this lower radiator support. I'm just going to use the stock LS1 radiator out of the Commodore that came with the car. Saved me money, and just by looking at different aftermarket alloy ones, it's really hard to get a size that would fit this shell because it's really long this way and there's not much room from top to bottom. So gonna see if we can get that one to work. Here we are guys, just welding up some engine mounts for the car. Just got that side done. That one was done before. That's all tacked up, ready to go. Gonna bolt in there. Got one engine mount done. I'm just giving it a coat of wrinkle black. Another thing, I got this fiberglass Hippo Sleek wing off eBay. Some dude in Kazakhstan makes them because they're pretty hard to get. So I'm probably just going to paint that when I go to paint the engine bay, because I think I'm just going to have to repaint the bay after I am finished fabbing everything. I should have fabbed it all first obviously, but I didn't have anything to work with at the time and I had the paint, so we just painted it. But yeah, just around the firewall and stuff, it's just a bit patchy, so I might repaint it all when we're done. First thing, just going to cut out where the factory first thing to do, just going to cut out this piece here where the radio support bolted in down the bottom. It was spot welded. Cut that out, weld in a new plate, put some rib nuts in it, make it removable. Yeah. There we go, got that plate welded in. Doesn't have to be too pretty, just has to be there. So next what I'm going to do is there, rib nut through there. This top piece, I think what I'm going to do is weld a bit of bar to the bottom in there. Have it like this, and then just have it so there's a bolt in each side to hold it in. So here we go. Righto, so quickly just welded these bits of flat bar in the end here. I have to tidy that up a bit. Chuck some rib nuts in there. So now when it sits under here, be able to bolt it in. There we go, you see it all bolts up there. Need to tidy it up a bit again before I paint it, but that's alright. Removable rad support. Now if we ever have to pull the motor out again, just unbolt it and come straight out the front. Makes it a lot easier. Threw another rib nut in the bottom there, and now the whole thing will just remove with 5 bolts. So you can see here, obviously the radiator is a little bit too tall. So now that I had that support in, I knew where it was going to sit. I'm just going to cut this section out here and weld in some of this angle. It's a bit stronger than the little sheet that was in there already, and it will let the radiator sit at the proper height, hopefully. So here I've just mocked everything up. Got the rad support in, radiator, factory top radiator hose, fan shroud and fans. It all clears fairly well. Got the intake on there just to have a bit of a gander as well. Sticks out a little bit at the bottom, but not as low as the sump, although it is a bit far forward, so I might try and raise it up a little bit and then make a new lower rad section to support it all.
The more superior chip, if you will.
Thermostat housing's fucking gross, so degreasing a wire brush didn't clean it. We're gonna try clean it with electrolysis. I don't know if you can see the bubbles, but it's taking stuff off it. Hopefully we don't fucking melt the whole thing. It's good, hey? Now we're cooking. We hooked the battery charger up to it as well as the battery. She's fucking ripping along now. So it kind of worked. Cleaned it better than it was. It also ate that piece there. Not good. So just flap it down the exhaust manifold on this side here, just to give enough room for the steering column to clear, and flapped that down a tad as well, and now it's got plenty of room, hopefully. Just going to give the valve covers a few quick coats of wrinkle black. Just got some bolts sitting in the bolt holes for them, so the rubber seal still works properly, and going to give the manifolds a quick coat of high temp black. Just clean everything up a little bit. Righto, the paint for those is drying, so what we're going to do now is cut this right angle bar into two pieces. That will go under here and form a channel to bolt the radiator in, and it's going to be our new lower radiator support. Got that channel welded together, so just wait for that to cool down a bit, and then we can start mocking that up, cutting holes for the mounts and seeing where we're going to end up with that. Wrinkle black on the valve covers turned out pretty good, just letting it dry for a bit longer. Keep going. Got the rocker covers back on, they're looking a bit better. Got the radiator support mocked up as well. Just sits in the bottom, the rubber mounts. Just need to make up a bracket to go from the end of it here and weld into the car where the factory radiator support used to go. Yeah. On another note, it just started raining and my drill also died. I think it might still be under warranty. I haven't had it for too long. It's just a brushless Ryobi one. Hopefully I can get it replaced, because that sucks. Yeah, the motor burnt out and it just started smoking out the back there, so not good. Another thing to keep your eyes out for, soon we'll have a video. We rear wheel drive converted my mate's Audi A4, B5 A4. So we've got all the clips filmed and edited up for that. We just need to get some skid vids to finish it off, and then that video will be out as well. I think on that note of the drill breaking and the rain starting, we're gonna finish up this episode. Although I haven't spoken about how I got this motor, gearbox, any of that, I'll explain that real quick. So a while ago I bought a VX SS Commodore, similar to a Pontiac GDO if you're in the US. So they're just a aluminium block, 5.7 LS. I bought the car regoed off an old gentleman who had it since pretty much brand new. Drove it around for a bit and then pulled it apart, parted it out and kept the bits I needed. So that's how I ended up with all this. I'll chuck some photos in of that as well. Also after this there's going to be some random clips from Halfway Hangs 2019, last year. Just things that aren't going to be in their own video but still might be interesting. So keep an eye out for the Audi video, and thanks for watching. Bye.
I feel like...
Righto, here we fucking are. Halfway Hangs is over. We've just decided after drifting on Saturday that we're driving to Brisbane to go to Archerfield in the morning. The old fucking 20's cooking on the side of the highway, and here we are with a plan. Space the bonnet out a bit so she stops fucking cooking. What's the fucking plan, Pat?
We need something to space this bonnet out. The most suitable thing we have on hand is
VB bottle caps, cunt.
bottle caps off stubbies, but we don't have any empty stubbies or free bottle caps, so I guess we're having a couple fucking beers.
So here we fucking are. Wish us luck. Tunnel runs in the 32. Get that fucking BR happening. The engine bay is so clean.
That's mint. It absolutely is, Caleb.